What is going on, my friends? Today, I'm showing you guys some power forward builds. I got some builds here that I think are really solid in twos, threes as the big in those modes, running in random rec power forwards for the Pro-Am. These power forwards are going to be more traditional. These builds, can't dribble, can't really play make for themselves, but are really good defensive builds. I think defensive builds that can board at a high level, steal, guard the 1 through 5. I think those builds are a lot of fun to use this year, especially in 2K25 where the 6'6 to 6'9 builds are all kind of, I think they've dropped off from last year. Last year's 6'6 was the most popular guard build. This year it's not a bad height, but it's also not great, especially if you want to be able to play make at a high level. So these are going to be your more traditional power forwards. Last video I showed you with builds or lock builds. This power forward build, no matter which one you want to make after you see all of these in the video, are going to be able to be the sidekick to the lock if you run with your friends or your buddies or whatever the case may be. A couple different options here. I'm going to start with the 6'6". This is the one that we run in Pro-Am, so anytime you see me drop a Pro-Am gameplay video, this is the back end that we use. 6'6", 265, 7'2 wingspan. The typical power forward build this year that you'll see that's very popular is 6'7". I think going down an inch, isn't the end of the world. It's either 6'6", 7'2 wingspan or 6'7", 7'3 wingspan. So I don't think there's a huge difference there, especially when you see just the amount of attribute points that you gain at 6'6". For instance, 85 speed on this one, 80 agility, 91 strength. So you're going to get immovable enforcer on Hall of Fame. That's why we did that with this. Tier 2 badge +1. That's legend all of a sudden. Cap breaker right here. Oh, also, anytime I'm showing builds, I'm keeping in mind the amount of cap breakers I have. So obviously right now I have 7 cap breakers. Season 2, Season 3 hit level 40, or gonna hit level 40 for Season 3, plus the 5 cap breakers that you get at Starter 3. Those are crucial to this video and to the success of this build, you feel me? So, look, 6'6", you're guarding the pick and roll with this build. You need to help on the point guard while also making sure that the center doesn't get an easy basket. 92 defensive rebound, you're gonna get rebound chaser on gold. Box out beast. You can badge +1 this as well if you want to Hall of Fame. It's either that or removable for me. The other 5 cap breakers are going to go to 89 steal. I'm going to show you a build that I have higher steal with but less O-board, that I think I would take this build over the one with 99 steal. But anyways, 78 block, high flying denier on silver, 92 perimeter on this build. So you're going to get challenger on gold. Very solid badge. Interior is going to be an 88. We're a little bit more undersized than a 6'7", not by much, but it's important that we make up that loss of height. We have some interior to help us out. 88 is extremely high, I think, and it's probably the most underrated part to this build is that you can really guard a lot of teams 1 through 5. Obviously, the center is going to just be bigger than you at 6'6", but you're going to be able to hold your own for a little bit at least with that 88 interior. You can guard the perimeter at 92 perimeter defense. Other 5 cap breakers we're going to put on steal. Hall of Fame interceptors, not too bad. I think steal this year is a bit wonky at times. When you think you should be catching the ball, you're just going to tip it. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Just like on the lock video, not a lot of pass on this build. I don't think this year it's as easy to just kind of throw touchdown passes off a rebound, especially if you're going to be the power forward where if you're running with good, solid centers, you might get 5, 6, 7 boards on a great game. So you're just kind of going to outlet that to a guard nearby. You know what I'm saying? So 65 gets you that break starter on bronze. 76.3 was the highest we could get. And 85 midi, Deadeye silver, finishing, you know what I'm saying, rise up. You do have some post control on this build, so you can get a little funky in the post. If you have Kobe Bryant post fade, that thing gonna work like a charm with this build. I'm not gonna lie, I really like this build. This is probably my favorite build that I'm gonna show you guys in today's video. You got Tari Eason, Scotty Barnes, Sean Marion. Sure. If you're into name of the build and comparisons, switchable lockdown defenders pretty cool to me. I showed you guys this build at some point during the year. This is one of my first builds that I made, centered around cap breaking for a 99 steel down here. This is probably what more of your typical power forward builds would look like this year, in my opinion. 92 D board. If I really want to, I can use my next set of cap breakers. Lord knows I don't know if I'll get there, but certainly gonna try. You can put 4 here for Hall of Fame rebound chaser. Pretty cool. Physicals are not nearly as good, but we still have high strength, high vertical, high enough agility for that on-ball menace, and then 84 speed. But yeah, 5 cap breakers here. And quite honestly, I would put 2 on speed to have 86 speed. So we're gonna have a 99 steal, 86 speed with cap breakers. I hate this offensive rebound, I'm not gonna lie, but this is the build I made months ago. So I don't want to change it up too much for the sake of the video. 84 block is elite this year, in my opinion. I think you can be really, really good with this. You know, 2K is going to 2K and kind of do you dirty at times. But you know, Paint Patroller on silver still, I think a very solid badge. 85 perimeter gives us the on-ball defense on silver. Interior is not nearly as high on this build, and we missed out on post lockdown when I made this, so that's tough there. A little bit more pass. You can throw absolute steaming dots with this 75 pass. I don't care what anyone says. 75 passes is enough on a build like this, and you can still throw some steamers with it. 3-pointers, the highest that we could afford. And 87, you guys know how I get in the mid-range, you feel me? I really like the mid-range this year, so I wanted Shifty as high as I could that made sense, so I maxed it all the way with a 7'3 wingspan. Same thing with the last build. I want to be able to, do some post control a little bit. At some point, I'm going to make a video talking about Kobe Bryant post fade. When the time is right and the build is fantastic enough, I'm going to do it. This build might be the one. Post fade phenom, I can put on Hoff if I want to. Gold is plenty. Silver's plenty. But I wanted to cheese a little bit and then rise up on bronze. That's really the only reason why we did that for that. Another solid build. 99 steel, like I said, is pretty good. I know I'm kind of just sitting here and yapping, but I wanted to get this. I want to get some build videos out before Christmas hits. That way, you guys can, rock out with a good build. I've been running a ton of random rec lately, and it's one thing if you get in random rec and you play with people that absolutely stink, but like if your build stinks, like you're just set up for failure, my friend. 6'7" power forward next, 249 weight, 7'3 wingspan. This build's very, very solid. Came across this build in ProAm, actually. I actually messaged the guy and said, please send me your build. And he sent me and he was cool. So shout out to that guy. I don't know what his name was, but I love you. 85 speed, 80 agility, 89 here. I guess you get box out beast on Hall of Fame with this build once you put 2 cap breakers here for 94 board. So you're going to probably badge +1 that to legend. You got to box out the center if you're playing a pick and roll defense and you're playing it right. You're gonna do that. The 80 board is clutch. Definitely notice a difference with an 80 board on offense compared to 70 or 65 like the other 2 builds have. So I love that quite a bit. 84 block, again, very good. 5 cap breakers here for Hall of Fame interceptor. Not bad. Probably badge +1 that to legend, in my opinion. Not a bad badge to have. Probably it is the most important badge on this build because you're playing the ball, the point guard, and you're playing the center. I know I'm just yapping, but I apologize. Anyways, 94 steal on this. You're gonna hawk lanes. Badge +1 it if you want. Legend. 85, I've talked about 85 perimeter before in a video. Definitely very worth it. You're going to get your on-ball menace, but we're really doing it for that challenger. You get it on 82. Might as well go up 3 more. You're going to get a movable enforcer, challenger, pick dodger. All necessities with the build, but has a chance of guarding the ball every once in a while. 74 interior, post lockdown bronze. 75 pass, like I said, is good. This one, you're really just focus on catching and shooting. You're going to be sitting on the corner. You're going to be sitting on the wing. You really just need Deadeye and set shot specialist. Again, like I said in the last video, 6'6 builds, 6'7 builds. Put on Jarrett Culver base and find you a release that works for you. Culver base is unbelievable. You have to go 54 post control, 72 standing dunk, 62 driving dunk. Very solid build here. You can actually spare some points, my friends. I probably put that there, lower that just a teensy bit, something there. I don't know, I don't want to touch it up too much. But this build's fine. I think this is a combination of the two builds that I've shown. You get the O board from the 6.6 increased a little bit, and your physicals are through the roof. 89 strength is really good. In my opinion, hopefully you paused during me yapping and took a picture of the builds. But in my opinion, I think the 6.6 one is just better. You lose out on an inch to height and wingspan, but you gain just so many attributes. Your strength is high, your O board is high. Maybe you don't even want that extra strength there. You can put that there and then put it here. So if you don't want that strength and you really just want to focus on rebounding, this build is insane. This build is actually incredible. You're flying around. It's so much fun. We run this with ProAm. Insane. It's actually insane. I can't believe it. Yeah. So those are the three back-end builds that I want to show you in today's video. Christmas is here. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Hopefully you got some VC and you're going to spend it on a defensive anchor. I'll see you in the next video. I appreciate the love and support as always. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.